Sidste år blev det til næsten en fordobling af omsætningen, og de har planer om at fortsætte i år. Velkommen indenfor til en kort udgave af Mød Selskabet, hvor vi skal møde Aquaporin, som er aktuelle her i april måned med en ny kapitalrejsning, men også med nyheder om, hvad der skal ske i 2024. Så kom indenfor og lyt med, og jeg her byder velkommen til CEO Matt Bosowski.
Hi.
Hi, good to see you.
Yes, good
in
to
English?
See you. Yes, good to see you.
Not Danish yet?
Not yet, not yet.
No.
It's coming, but not yet.
Okay, but we will do it in English, and Claus Juhl-Wulff.
Okay, velkommen.
And we can do Danish.
Vi tager det dansk.
Ja, vi tager en smule på dansk.
Yeah.
And both of you, so good to see you. We've met, and people can actually have also a good view on Aquaporin because we met a few times before.
Yeah. Right.
You've been around for like a few years and also listed on the stock exchange. What is the code of the
AQP?
AQP? Yeah. So
in Copenhagen on Nasdaq.
Yes.
Yeah.
And there are some news.
Yes.
And what is it, Matt?
We've got some news. We're going to be talking today about a rights issue. We're going to be talking about a number of things that happened in 2023. What people can expect in 2024 as well. So some pretty cool announcements. Also giving an update on some of the key events as well.
Yeah. So and to you all out there in Danish, jeg skal huske at sige til jer, at det er et program som altid, der giver jer en beskrivelse af selskabet, men ikke en anbefaling til jer. Og der kommer nogle oplysninger også, hvordan, hvis I er aktionærer, hvordan I kan udnytte de rettigheder til at tegne, som der bliver udstedt af selskabet. Så følg godt med. Back to you, Matt. You promised to tell us a little bit about the company for those of us who hasn't heard it.
Yeah, exactly. We've been here a few times, but it's always good to refresh. We're based in Denmark, in Copenhagen. We're a company that actually pioneers we're pioneers in biotechnology. Our purpose is to rethink water filtration with biotech. So all of our products incorporate our biotechnology, and what we want to do with it is to find ways to bring clean drinking water to people, to improve processes, to improve energy efficiency, and so on. As you mentioned, we're listed on the Nasdaq in Copenhagen. We're about 82 people here in Denmark and also in Singapore. Our head office is in Lyngby, just outside of Copenhagen, but we have quite a presence in Singapore as well. We also have someone in the US. We have presence in Turkey as well, and we have an office in China. We have a unique technology, and what makes us special and what we've been doing for many, many years is to blend this technology with standard membranes, with standard engineering, and that is something quite unique. And what we do with this technology is we apply it in 3 different areas: drinking water, food and beverage, and industrial water. And with this, we offer solutions globally. So even though we're based in Denmark, we're actually quite a global company with customers on practically every continent. So very, very proud of that.
So it is water technology, which is like in Denmark at least something that we are known for at least, and it's based on some things that were evolved or earlier on, or how old are you as a company?
Yeah, so we've been around for 20 years, and the way the company started is through we take a discovery that won the Nobel Prize, which is called the Aquaporin protein, and based on this discovery, we fabricate actually this protein in industrial quantities in our offices in Denmark. And then we incorporate this into our products. And these products, we then call them biomimetic because they incorporate a biological substance. And with those biomimetic products, we can then solve energy efficiency issues. So for instance, we can make municipal water installations a bit more energy efficient. So that's how we also play our part in the sustainable part of the world, right? Yeah. We try to make our contributions in energy efficiency that way.
And we can buy your products even out there in the stores? Or?
Yes, you can actually. So in the drinking water space, we are offering our products through Imerco. Yeah. So we have a tabletop purifier that we actually offer together with a co-branding with Philips. And so you can get it in the Imerco stores today. Yeah.
So Imerco, there's a present for Mother's Day or something else?
Exactly. Whichever birthday is coming up,
exactly.
Get them a purifier.
But let us know a little bit about highlights from last year. I think you brought a site where you can page where you can also show us a little bit about what happened in 2023.
Yeah, absolutely. 2023 for us was a really, really big year. We had a lot of different types of events, a lot of types of accomplishments. It was a year where our strategy really came to life. I mean, if you just look at the growth that we've had with our company Philips in the US, in China, with whom we signed a long-term agreement, we grew 50% year over year with this particular account, and it just shows you that this key account strategy that we have is really, really working. For instance, we also in January introduced new products, so the A2O Bar, the A2O Pure. In February, we continued with our joint development agreement with Gallo, who happens to be the largest winery in the world. Mm-hmm. So we are working with some really, really, really strong key brands and key accounts, and all of this has been progressing really well. In May, for instance, we signed an agreement with FCC Aqualia. It's the fourth largest water operator in Europe. Mm-hmm. We continued in June to find a way to find inroads into India. India is a tremendous market for water purification. It's not an easy market to go into because it's extremely cost competitive, but we also made some inroads in there. And I think in 2024, you can expect more from Aquaporin in India as well. Mm. We, of course, went to space. I think we communicated a lot about our experiments with our friend, the Danish astronaut, Andreas Mogensen. We took our forward osmosis module. We actually filtered his urine, extracted the water, done a lot of experiments, brought this recently back to Earth, actually, where we're going to be learning a bit from those experiments on how could we improve our technology to continue developing things for the benefit of people here on Earth, of course. We partnered with the Public Utilities Board in Singapore. That's really important because the Public Utilities Board is a bit of a seal of approval when it comes to the water industry. A lot of the large companies get their technologies approved by them because it is one of those companies that has very demanding targets. And so we are now in the process of testing a large quantity of membranes with the Public Utilities Board in Singapore, which also demonstrates that we are on the really right path in terms of product development and commercialization. We also worked quite a bit on our supply chain. So one of the things that happens with companies like Aquaporin is that we have very interesting technologies. We offer energy efficiency and so on. But if you can't offer this at a competitive price, then it's hard to be selling your products into the market, right? If you're 20% more expensive and you offer 20% savings, well, at the end of the day, you're not really offering that much. So we've worked on our supply chain, and we are now very proud to be offering products that are actually not just energy efficient, but cost competitive. So we can compete both on cost and offer that value to our customers.
So it was a year of many sort of good progress, and you as a CEO, you were sort of very satisfied with that year.
I mean, I could go on. It's been an amazing year. I'm going to tell you, it's been it's been a busy year. It's been amazing. I would say the last 3 months have been extremely demanding. We probably had the busiest December in the history of the company ever. We shipped more in December of last year than we did practically in the entire year of 2022. So just to give you an indication of how much traction there's been. So I've been very, very pleased with.
What does the money man say? Is he
what do you say, money man?
Satisfied?
He's satisfied. I mean, I think the key thing for us is that we came out, we set out some guidance for the year. We ended mid guidance of our revenue, so we had 59.5. We guided 50 to 70. On EBIT, we even were slightly better than our guidance. We ended up at minus 93, and we had guidance minus 95 to 105. So strong control of the cost, and so we're super happy that we're again delivering on what we said.
Yeah, you're delivering, and you also grew you doubled your figures.
You doubled the revenue. It's 95% growth through. So it's difficult not to be happy with that.
But you're still, as one should know, in an investment phase where you have to invest in global control of that market you wanna be in.
Absolutely.
And that is where you have to be cautious to deliver.
We are very cautious of that. I mean, we're running a tough regime of cost control, of course, and figure deciding where to invest, and then as we're going to talk about, we're also going to go out and actually raise money for hopefully the last time. We feel that we have something on the go that would actually allow us to have this final capital raise, and then we have enough money that actually we feel comfortable about. It's going to fund us all the way to profitability and cash positive. So to us, that's a big thing to get to that point, to be a fully capitalized company, to the best of our knowledge, of course. But I mean, that to us is a huge thing.
Yeah, you show the figures from 23 on the slide that we just seen, and but then we can have a look at 24 as well.
Yeah. So in 24 we actually anticipate that we're going to continue the growth. We said our guidance is going to be between 90 to 110 million kroner of revenue, so almost again a doubling of the revenue from this year. And we're going to keep the costs very stable. So the overall cost base, we're not adding, we're not growing the number of headcounts. We're just getting more out of the existing ones we have. So all of the extra revenue we're going to get is actually going to be contributing to the bottom line. So we do anticipate we'll be in the range of 75 to 85 million of EBIT. See what we can do to get the best result out of both revenue and this, but we feel comfortable with these numbers that we set up for 24.
Yeah, and that is, as I understand it, in a business where you actually, is it Q4 that you normally get a lot of orders in? I can have a look at you, or is it, what should we look for here in 24 with being investors?
I think the last quarter is typically very, very busy for us. That has to do with some of our key accounts that we work with. They have a lot of activity at around the Christmas period and also at around the beginning of the next year. So that means that a lot of our orders, a lot of things that go out from Aquaporin and generate revenue do happen in the last quarter. In terms of what to look for in 2024, I think we have a really, really cool application that we're working on in the coffee segment in the US. So you can expect some revenue from the United States to continue growing in that region. We've mentioned before the company Gallo, so that's also coming from the US. So I think an increased presence in the United States is probably something to keep an eye out for. I would say the growth in what we call the brackish water segment. So that's kind of water that's a little bit salty, a little bit tough to treat. We are developing products for that segment. This is going to be a big push for us to commercialize these products in the current year. So I would expect that some revenue growth in that area too. And lastly, the drinking water that we've been pushing, whether it's with tabletop purifiers with Imerco, or whether it is in the US, or whether it is with our client Philips in China, that's always going to be that's for the foreseeable future. That is going to be a really big revenue driver for Aquaporin. So that is something, again, I think, we want to be present in more and more households. We estimate that by the end of 24, we'll be in roughly 500,000 households. So it's, in China. In China, but it's starting to be, quite impressive for a company of our size to be able to reach those kinds of numbers. So, I think it's going to be a good 24. Yeah.
Good to look out, and look out next time you come in Imerco, as we say in Danish.
Exactly.
But Claus, we're also here to talk about this rights issue, and we'll just take that in Danish. I ude og skal rejse noget kapital. Prøv at give os...
Som nævnt før, så er vi ude og skal rejse for, hvad vi regner med, at så alt andet lige er den sidste gang kapital, vi skal ud og rejse. Vi har valgt at gøre det i det, vi kalder en rights issue, eller på dansk fortegningsemission. Og hvad er en fortegningsemission? Det er en emission, hvor vi går ud og rejser. Dem, der har aktier, de får nogle rettigheder. Og får altid en rettighed til at købe en aktie til en discountpris. Så for alle jer, der er aktionærer derude, hold øje med jeres e-boks. I skulle gerne få en melding fra jeres bank om, at det her det kommer ud, og hvor der står nogle retningslinjer på, hvad det er, I skal gøre for at købe den. Det er en relativt god discount, vi giver på den. Det er normalt det, man gør på fortegningsemissioner på det. Vi skal rejse 200 millioner kroner, det vi går efter. Ja. Vi har rigtig god støtte og en commitment fra vores største aktionærer, så vi er ret positive på, at vi når i mål med 200 millioner kroner på det. Ikke?
Ja, og du har ved den næste side, der har vi lige de vigtige datoer, så sidder man derude, så kan man enten sidde med aktier, og så har man de her rettigheder, man kan udnytte, eller man kan købe de her rettigheder, og på den måde være med, og man så må sige også til en discount. Og der er nogle vigtige datoer.
Der er nogle super vigtige datoer. Altså, vi har kommunikeret det her fredag den 5. at det her jo kommer ud til offentligheden. Ja. Og så har vi det fra den 10. af, der begynder du at kan købe og kan udnytte dine rettigheder. Ja. 10. til den 23. dag, I skal virkelig nå at kigge på jeres aktionærer, skal se på jeres e-boks og tage fat i jeres bank og sagt, at vi ønsker at eksekvere på det. Hvis man ikke er aktionær, men ønsker at gøre det, så kan man gå ud, der er et marked for, at de ubrugte rettigheder kan købes. Og stadigvæk få en adgang til at købe en aktie til en favorabel pris. Altså
hvis man ikke enten har midlerne, eller har kommet til at købe for mange af jeres produkter i Imerco, så kan det være, at man ikke tegner, og så sker der det, at man ikke får, altså så tegner man ikke med, så bliver man udvandet, og så bliver de solgt ens rettigheder.
Så bliver ens rettigheder solgt til, og specielt udnytte rettighed til sidst, så er det ikke den store værdi i det. Altså,
Så man skal overveje, om ikke man vil være med. Du er jo ikke herfra ingen opfordringer.
Ingen opfordring her for mig, men jeg vil sige, hvis man synes, hvis du har muligheden for det, og du synes, det er en interessant investeringscase, så er det en oplagt mulighed at kigge med på det her. Ikke?
Jamen, det vil vi jo så, om ikke andet, vi vil ikke opfordre folk til det, men vi vil opfordre folk til at tænke sig om, som altid. Så Matt, here to in the end, what is it then? You came out from a technology, and now you're commercializing. So your sort of most important things for the next few years. What should we measure you on?
Yeah, absolutely. I think you have to measure us on our growth. I think you have to measure us on our commercial success. We've been around for quite some time, and it's been a lot about our technology. I think now we've reached the time where we are commercializing, where we're executing. So we have a commercial strategy that is really centered around key accounts. We work with a few really important accounts, and we're going to continue doing this for next 2, 3, 4 years. So I think you're going to see more partnerships, more collaborations between Aquaporin and some large brands potentially, between Aquaporin and some customers that allow us to bring our products to the end users. It's really going to be about getting Aquaporin inside, getting the brand into households, getting the brand out into industry, into municipalities. We're going to continue developing products that are going to allow us to concentrate really critical streams. We're looking at making high quality juices from concentrate. We're looking at making high quality coffees. You may see us venture a bit into some very specific areas of tough to treat wastewaters with our technology as well. I think these are the things that we want to do for the next few years. We think it's a really important revenue stream for us. I think it's also how we give back to our shareholders that have been with us for quite some time. Now it's time to show the revenue.
Yeah, and maybe just to add, you said what you should look for us. You should look for us actually achieving profitability and cash positive, because with this race and with the traction that Matt's alluding to, we do anticipate the company's going to be profitable in 2 to 3 years.
3 years,
2 to 3 years.
Yeah.
Global breakthrough.
Yeah.
And maybe a global breakthrough before you learn Danish, or
we'll see what happens first, right? Yeah.
But no, I think the shareholders will be happy if you can make the breakthrough. I think all shareholders will be just happy. So thanks, gentlemen.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Always a pleasure.
Og tak til jer derude, fordi I har set med, og jeg håber, I er blevet klogere. Og husk, I kan altid gå ind på Aquaporins hjemmeside også og skrive til de herrer, hvis der er spørgsmål. Så tak fordi I så med, og på gensyn i nye afsnit af Selskabet.